The GB400R. Fun story. In the late 1990s, like 97, 98, Sam and John Gladney designed a roadster that resembled the 1964-65 Mustang, and they had this wild idea to bring the car into production. They built the car, the prototype, on a Fox body Mustang, and they basically just pieced the parts together. They took it to a car show, and they had a great response. Shortly after that, they started the company. It's called Gladney Brothers Motorsports, and they started building the cars. Their goal was to build the cars and put them into production. They had very big ideas on what they would do with these cars and how they were going to market them. And they started building the cars. They would physically take the Fox body Mustangs, cut them in half, and fit these fiberglass pieces onto the car. And they made a roadster out of it. It was a terrific looking car. Nobody at the time had built cars that were retro. They looked like the early Mustangs, utilizing all the new components. It was a very exciting proposition. In the early 2000s, as a joint venture, Gladney Brothers Motorsports and I decided that we were going to market the vehicle, and we utilized a race car to market the car. And that's how the GB400R became what it is. We had a couple of race cars that we utilized, and we cut into pieces and put the body kit, and we promoted the vehicle. These cars were all built out of hand-laid fiberglass. It's three pieces that get pieced together into the Fox chassis, and there's no other body parts other than the three fiberglass pieces. The front end, the rear end, and the doors, and that's it. But the car had to be majorly modified in order to work it, which is really what they couldn't really consider it a kit car. It was more of a remanufactured car because of the amount of cutting and piecing together in order to make the cars work. So in the late 2000s into the 2001, once we were done with the vehicle and after a lot of R&D work, the car finally made the track. And in during those times, the major players for racing were the SCCA, Super Production, American Sedan, and at the time NASA was becoming the new and upcoming group. Grassroots level of racing, and we believed that we were on top of our game because the car performed so well. Lack of funding again kind of kept us from having the best possible engines, the best possible tires, and even so, we were able to successfully run 2001 and won the championship in SCCA Super Production, which was a huge accomplishment for the company. We kept the racing program going, a very successful one. Michael Noval brought his Mustang and joined the team. We built the second GB400R, only two in production. We started a third one that was never completed, but the second one was also very competitive. That particular car was actually built on an SN95 body, which is the later version of the Mustang, the 94-95 body of the car. That car had a much better aerodynamic advantage because the windshield sat in a different angle than the Fox body did. So, and the car was naturally a little bit wider. The suspension had a wider track than the Fox body.